Hey, this is the second one video I've made. Again, I'm Corey. I teach high school economics and history, and this is the Super Honest Economist. And today I'm going to teach you guys about demand. Doing it a little bit differently, so let's get going. We're going to talk about the law of demand, and then I'm going to grab some stuff and talk about it. So the law of demand just means an increase in price leads to a decrease in quantity demanded. So the higher the price, the less shit you want to buy, but the lower the price, the more shit you want to buy, assuming it's a normal good. Okay, so to give you an example about this, we'll use one of my favorite places to ever eat is Chick-Fil-A, right? I love Chick-Fil-A, and I don't know why it's become so political. Conservatives don't like it because they are encouraging diversity or something, and liberals are angry because the owner doesn't like gay marriage. I think the chicken's amazing. I think all the other chicken that you guys eat is shit. I think the Canes is the JV team. I think Zaxby's the fucking freshman team. Chick-fil-A's where it at. I got a gay daughter. We can't get enough of this shit. We fucking put it into our veins. We like it so much. All right? So we're doing Chick-fil-A. Let's say you walk in. Let's say it's $1 for a sandwich. Well, I'm probably going to get real hungry. I'll freeze some. Maybe I'm going to have 10, right? Let's say that a couple weeks ago we go back and it's $2. Well, I'm probably not going to buy as many. Let's say I just buy 5, right? Let's say that the next time I go in, a couple weeks later, it's $4, and maybe I'll buy 2. If it's $5, maybe I'll just buy 1. So you can see it goes along with it, right? The higher the price, the less the quantity. The lower the price, the more the quantity. And as a result, we tend to have a downward sloping demand curve. In real life, demand curves aren't usually linear. They're usually curved. But for our purposes, it doesn't really matter. But this is essentially the law of demand. Now, we're going to have other videos about like elasticity and stuff. It changes the direction, the slope of the demand curves for a bunch of different reasons. We'll get to that. But we would say that, if this is our price here and this is our quantity here, if the price went down to P sub 2, well, then we'd move up to Q sub 2. Or if the price rose, then we would have less quantity, right? And that just is called a change in quantity demanded, where you move along the curve. All right, so that's a change in quantity demanded. However, what we usually talk about is also a change in demand. And we have a change in demand, we literally have a shift of the demand curve, all right? A shift to the right is always an increase. So we'll say this is what an increase in demand would look like, or a decrease in demand would look like that, all right? We would have a decrease in demand, and it would shift to the left. And there are about 6 reasons why we'll have this. So let's say that, and I'm not really... I don't know a lot about this, but I think the fact that this is real is hysterical to me. There are all these like people talking about, in fact, one of my daughter's friends even put her feet online. So let's say this is like a fucking foot fetish website, all right, for people who are into that. It's not my thing. I've heard other people are into it. And this is not like one of those things where I'm like, a friend of mine. Like, I really don't know much about it. You hear my dog barking. If you want to see my dog, Casey, come here. So the reasons why it might change. One is a change of income. So let's say that you get a bunch more income. Let's say you're a weird person and you love feet. You're like, I need more feet in my life, and you get more income. Then you can fucking start demanding more videos of people's feet. All right. And then let's say you lose some income. Like, all my money's gone. I can have less feet in my life. So that'd be a reduction in demand. Obviously, when the demand goes up, all things being equal, it raises the quantity and it will raise the price. It will pull it up. We call it demand pull. And if the demand goes down, then we'll have less price. We'll have our lower price. We'll have less quantity. Another change would be a change in the price of a substitute good. I don't know what the fuck change. I don't know what a substitute good is for a foot fetish thing. Like, I don't know, like a elbow fetish. I don't know. So like, but if the price of an elbow fetish website gets more expensive, then we'll buy more foot fetish website stuff. If the elbow stuff gets cheaper, then we'll buy less of this, right? So substitutes are a really big deal in economics. And it goes all the way to foot fetish weirdos. And again, if you're a foot fetish weirdo, I'm not judging you. It's not my thing, but you do you, as long as you don't hurt anybody. And then another would be to change the price of a complementary good. peanut butter and jelly complimentary goods, right? Barbecue sauce and most everything is a complimentary good. Chips and salsa, right? I don't know, Southern dudes and beer and college football. They all go together, right? But I don't know what the fuck a compliment to a foot fetish video would be, so use your imagination. Or, don't use your imagination. It'll make me feel better about you. All right, the next one is a price expectation change. What that means is if you think the price is going to change in the future, then that will affect your behavior now. So, for example, if you think that these foot fetish videos, we'll call them foot fetish, are they videos? They just like have foot fetish pictures? Let's say that the foot fetish picture site is going to get more expensive next month, and maybe you demand a whole lot now to get your foot fetish thing in before the prices go up. Maybe in the future it's going to get cheaper, so you hold off on your foot fetish picture shit because you want to wait until it's more economically feasible. I can't speak to foot fetish people. Maybe they have real discerning sort of economic sensibilities. Maybe they really wait for the market to change. Maybe they don't want to spend too much money, or maybe it's wildly inelastic and they buy whatever the fuck they want. I have no idea. But a change in price expectation would be one of those. Another one would be a change in taste. Maybe they're like, I like, tan feet, or I like super pale feet, or I like, I don't know, feet that only have fucking 3 toes on. I have no idea. But if your taste change, then that can change demand, right? It can change if you the taste of something gets bigger under normal circumstances. If somebody advertises for something, I don't know if there's advertisements for foot fetish videos. I have pictures. I have no idea. But the more people want it, we talk change in taste and preferences. If people want it more, they'll buy it more, right? And when it less, they'll buy less of it. A good example that's not a foot fetish thing is like a Taylor Swift right now. She's so effing popular that the demand is so high for her tickets, it's pulled the price up. And you can see it in the secondary markets. So like, even though the original tickets weren't nearly as expensive, people were buying them and then selling them on the secondary market like StubHub or whatever and making a shit ton of money off of them because the demand was so high. That's a change in taste, right? She is really popular. The taste for her music is really high. And then a change in number of consumers, right? So maybe the way people get into this, actually consumers is more like population. Maybe there's like a giant amount of people move into the area who are like really into foot fetish, and they start demanding a fuck ton of foot fetish pictures because there's a lot more of them. Maybe some of them die off. Maybe some of them move somewhere else. Maybe some of them are hit by a train, a collective train, and there's less demand for foot fetish picture people. So this is how demand works using our Chick-Fil-A and our foot fetish. I bet that people at Chick-Fil-A don't talk about foot fetishes that much, but I also guess a whole lot of people who condemn this probably on this fucking site's a whole bunch. So who knows? You do you, just don't hurt anybody. And again, if you think these are funny videos, tell your friends. If you want to learn about economics a little bit less traditionally, tell your friends all about the website, the channel, The Super Honest Economist. And I hope to see you next time. That's it.